Major League Soccer Toronto vs Chicago Fire prediction, team news, lineups preview. Seeking their first victory of the 2025 Major League Soccer campaign, Toronto welcomed the Chicago Fire to BMO Field for their home opener on Saturday. The Reds conceded twice in the final 45 minutes last week, losing 2-0 to FC Cincinnati, while the Fire came from behind to defeat Dallas 3-1. Match preview. It was another solid opening 45 minutes for Toronto last week. But in the end their defensive line failed to hold it together in the latter stages. Robin Fraser's men have conceded 4 second-half goals in the competition this year, while netting just once in the opening 45 minutes of play. TFC are now winless in 8 consecutive regular season encounters, claiming just 2 positive results during that run. They ended the 2024 regular season with 3 consecutive defeats, scoring just a single goal over that span, with their last domestic victory at BMO Field occurring against Austin FC last September 2-1. Toronto have not lost their MLS home opener since 2022, when the New York Red Bulls beat them 4-1, with this team defeating Charlotte FC in their first domestic encounter at BMO Field a year ago 1-0. It has been a long time since this club began an MLS campaign without a victory in their first 4 games, with the Reds losing their opening 9 fixtures in 2012. Early into his tenure as Chicago head coach, Greg Berhalter has seen his side show plenty of resilience, earning points in their last 2 matches when faced with a second-half deficit. On Saturday, the former USA boss can do something no manager has done with this club since Frank Klopas in June 2023, win consecutive league contests away from home. Chicago are winless in their last 3 MLS encounters when scoring the opening half goal, doing so in their first 2 matches of this season. The Fire have failed to win their last 2 matches in this competition when ahead or even at the interval, with their previous such victory coming at home to the New York Red Bulls last September 2-1. With 4 points after 3 domestic encounters, the Fire are off to their best start to a regular season since 2022, when they had 5 points after 3 match days. They have points in their previous 2 visits to BMO Field, winning this exact fixture 4-1 in 2024, and on Saturday they can win consecutive trips to Toronto for the first time since 2012. Team news. Lower body injuries kept a handful of Toronto players out of the lineup against Cincy, including Richie Laryea, Henry Wingo, Sigurd Rosted, and Raul Petretta. Laryea could be back this weekend as he and Jonathan Osorio were named to the Canadian squad for their upcoming CONCACAF Nations League fixture with Mexico next week. Zane Monlewis and Ola Brynhildsen made their first starts for the Reds in their previous match, while Lorenzo Insigne was not on the team sheet and has yet to feature this season. Chicago are also dealing with a series of injuries, as Marin Haile Selassie, Philip Zinkernagel, Carlos Turan and David Pariba were all unavailable last weekend due to lower body problems. Meanwhile, Romanigue Kwame, Chase Gasper and Dylan Borso were unavailable against Dallas for that same reason, while Chris Mueller was on paternity leave to witness the birth of his new baby. Andrew Gutman, Leonardo Barroso and Hugo Kuipers all scored in the final 8 minutes of their match with the Toros to turn the tide of that contest in their favor. Toronto possible starting lineup: Johnson, Thompson, Monlewis, Long, Franklin, Longstaff, Coelho, Etienne, Osorio, Bernardeschi, Brynhildsen. Chicago Fire possible starting lineup: Brady, Barroso, Rogers, Elliott, Gutman, Pineda, Acosta, Gutierrez, Barlow, Kuipers, Bomba. We say, Toronto 3-2 Chicago Fire. These are the 2 worst defensive units in the Eastern Conference, with Toronto allowing 8 goals thus far and the Fire just 1 fewer. Look for there to be plenty of chances on both sides Saturday, with the home crowd's energy helping the Reds claim their first victory of the season. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.